So millennials right now, we generally consider them people born between 1981 and 1996. So they are about 23 to 38 years old. That is not a hard line. That is not a hard number. There are groups that say, well, it's people from 1979 to 1995 or whatever. But in general, you're kind of 25-ish to 35-year-olds are your millennials now. So they're out of school, they're starting families, they've been in their careers for kind of 5 to 15 years is roughly what we're looking at for millennials. Right now, they're about 50% of the US workforce, and the US Bureau of Labor Statistics projects that by 2025, they're going to represent between 70 and 80% of the workforce. So they are growing a ton. We have right now about 10,000 baby boomers retiring a day. So the millennials are a group that right now is half our workforce and is going to keep growing exponentially over the next half decade. Yeah, so I think for a lot of millennials, when we talk about productivity and we talk about success at work, I think for a lot of them, they want to have a personal stake in the success of what they're doing. Productivity in that sense means that they have a meaningful role that they play that impacts an end outcome, whatever that happens to be, and that they are recognized for that. So I think productivity for a millennial isn't just measured in the work they put in, but for how much work they're recognized for. And recognition doesn't have to be an Employee of the Month award, but it does mean that consistent feedback, that you do get the informal relationship building, that you do get the manager that says, hey, I see you, and I want to just thank you for what you put in here. So productivity for a millennial, I don't think is as much about, oh, I made 50 widgets today, but that those 50 widgets that I made, I played a major part in developing them, and I know that they're going to be used for a larger purpose. If we look at millennials, a lot of their growth, their childhood, their developmental years were really defined by catastrophic change. Whether you're looking at changes in technology with the birth of social media, economic changes with the 2008 the Great Recession, 2008, 2009, where a lot of them were getting out of college. You look at 9/11, which happened when they were early teens or in that 10 to 12 age range. Right now with the coronavirus, this is kind of the time when a lot of millennials are looking to have kids. So when you look at how they grew up, becoming teenagers was 9/11. Coming out of college was the Great Recession, and now trying to start families is a worldwide pandemic. So a lot of their attitudes have been shaped by really major catastrophic changes in socio-political nature, of an economic nature, and that has shifted a lot of their ideas about work. This is a fairly pessimistic generation where they don't necessarily think that businesses are people you can trust. There's some kind of interesting research saying that only about 37% of millennials even believe that business leaders make a positive impact on the world. So this is a generation that is characteristically not engaged with work in a lot of ways, doesn't trust business leaders or the business environment as much as previous generations do, and have instead shifted towards wanting a little bit of everything, wanting some work-life balance, wanting job security, wanting satisfaction, not just a paycheck. I think a stereotype about millennials is that they're lazy. There's not a lot of research supporting that they're lazy. They actually work, about 40% of millennials work more than 40 hours a week. So they're putting the time in. A lot of it, I think, is they just want immediate recognition and feedback. So a workplace for a millennial is a place that offers security, flexibility, satisfaction, and feedback.